Okay, so we've now, as you probably realise, we've reached a point where we've got lots of grammar, lots of vocabulary, so we now can start constructing lots of sentences. So most of today we're going to do just practicing sentence structure. Let's let Kim in. Hi, Kim.
Hello everybody.
Hi. So most of today we're going to practice sentence structure using the previous stuff that we've learnt. We'll do a little bit of stuff on days of the month, but I basically want us to do another session of revision and especially using things like the obligative, you must, I must, etc. So with that, let's get started. But some of these sentences might be quite hard, in which case we'll walk through them together step by step. But let's start with a little reminder from last week about the ba conditional form and whether or not we are allowed to use certain sentences in a certain way to use the ba conditional. So once again, I'd like you to raise your right hand to say yes, you can make this sentence, and left hand to say no, we can't make the sentence, or both rabbit ears to say I've got no idea. Okay, here comes Łukasz. Hey Łukasz. Cheers, Łukasz.
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa. Good. Okay, so we're just about to start with right hand up, you can make the sentence, left hand up, you can't make the sentence. Say chuto.
This is my left.
Yeah, it looks like you're left from my screen. It looks like you're right on your screen, right?
Okay, that's why I was so kind of
confused. Yeah, Zoom acts like a mirror for your face, but it looks like I'm looking at you from my position.
You can change this in the settings if you get crazy of it.
Yeah.
In your personal setting.
Really?
Yeah, you can see how you look
this is
in reality
so...
to everybody else. Hey, Joseph.
I don't want to.
No, I wouldn't. You look really weird because you're seeing your mirror image, and it'll be like, I don't look like that. In fact, I'm going to do it. Where is it, Tom?
Close, manage.
It's not in the normal screen. It's where you can join and create a session. There you have settings, and then you can choose it with.
No, you can definitely change it.
And then it's in.
Maybe preferences.
Yeah, if I can show you my screen, it's with video, and there you can just click on mirror my video and mirror not my video.
Yeah, exactly. I have to mirror my video. Oh, this is funny.
Anyway, back to Japanese. Okay, so Joseph, right hand for saying that you can make this sentence, and left hand for saying you cannot make this sentence. Okay, so here's the first one. Italia ni ikeba pasta o tabetai desu. Italia ni ikeba pasta o tabetai desu. So right hand means you are grammatically allowed to make this sentence. Left hand means you're grammatically not allowed to make this sentence.
Again, Italia ni ikeba?
I
Pasta.
think I have to mirror me.
Sorry, Joseph?
I think I have to mirror me too. This is my right.
Oh, that's right. That's how I see you. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, then that's good. Okay, never mind.
Okay, pasta. Sorry, Italia ni ikeba pasta o tabetai desu. Okay, so let's see. Kim, can you tell me why you think you are allowed to make this sentence? By which criteria?
It's 2 times that I'm doing something, or that you are doing something.
Correct. Yeah.
And you have, what was it again? Some kind of a wish or something to do.
That's right. Yeah, that's there as well.
So that you can use it. No.
So this means if these criteria are filled with yes.
The answer
is you cannot use it.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's just quickly go back and have a look. Where is it now?
Damn.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So if these are all yeses, then the answer is you cannot. Yeah. Yeah. One of them has to be a no for you to be able to use it. Okay. Good. But at least you knew the rules. That's good. Yeah.
Yes.
If you know the rules, then that's good. That's good. Okay.
Yes, you cannot. Huh?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Like I wrote.
Yes. Yes, you cannot. That is wrong. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Here's number 2. Ashita, ii tenki de wa nakareba dekakemasen. Ashita, ii tenki de wa nakareba dekakemasen. Here's Aga.
Dekake.
Dekakemas means go out, to leave the house.
Ah, so this is
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Aga.
Hello.
Hello. I'll tell you in a second what we're doing. Just see. Okay, let's see. Yes.
It
yes,
looks funny though.
Yes. What, yourself? Yeah. Andre, you're the right hand, aren't you? Yeah, good. Okay. So everybody, you got it right. You can. You can. So simply, the two subjects are different, aren't they? In the condition, we're talking about the weather, and in the results, we're saying I want to go. I will not go out. So you can use the baffle. Okay. Okay. If you can put your right hand up to say that you are allowed to use this sentence structure, and left hand up to say you are not allowed to use this sentence structure. So we're using the ba conditional. Okay. Number 3. Osake o nomeba unten ga dame desu. Osake o nomeba unten ga dame desu.
No, no beba.
Osake, sake or
Drink.
yep. So sake or nomeba if you drink sake. Unten, driving, ga dame desu. Good, good, good. Andre, Aga, what do you think? Okay, Aga, I'm afraid you're the odd person out. So why do you think you are allowed to use this sentence structure?
Why not?
どうしてしないか? Okay, so Aga, I'm not sure if you were here, but this is the process you have to follow. If the subjects of the condition, like the if and the result, the then part of the sentence are the same. If the answer is yes, then go to the next one. Is the condition an action verb? So this was nomeba, so that's correct. And is the result a preference or prohibition? So it was a prohibition. So the answer is no, you cannot use the ba condition in this particular case. Okay, number 4. Oh, here's David. David in. Number 4. Hima nara tasukete kudasai. Hima nara tasukete kudasai. If there's any parts you don't know, do rabbit ears, please. Okay, Simon, which bit don't you understand? Let me explain it to everybody. So hima means free time. Nara is the it's a version of the ba conditional for nouns. And then tasukete kudasai means please help me. Hima nara tasukete kudasai. What do you think, guys? So David, it's right hand for you can construct the sentence. Left hand means you are not allowed to construct this sentence. Okay. So far, everybody's got their right hand up. Aga, what do you think? Right hand or left hand? I should mask everybody's images, shouldn't I? So nobody can see each other. Okay, so the answer is yes, you can. So hima nara means if you are free, help me, tasukete kudasai. So the subject of the condition and the subject of the result are different. So you are allowed to make this construction. Okay, last one, guys. Ashita, Yumi-san ga Tokyo ni ikeba, watashi mo ikitai desu. Ashita, Yumi-san ga Tokyo ni ikeba, watashi mo ikitai desu. Okay, Right. I'll assume Aga's still churning this through her mind, but I was saying, okay, left. But let's see, Joseph, you've also said that you cannot make it this way. So why do you think you're not allowed to use this construction?
It feels to me that this is the situation when you try to force your wish on the other person.
So what this actually was ashita, Yumi-san ga Tokyo ni ikeba. What does that mean, Joseph?
If in case that Yumi is going to Tokyo tomorrow,
Yep. Watashi mo ikitai desu.
I would like to go also.
Right. So I know-
Kind of implying that together.
Yeah, but are the subjects of the condition and the result the same?
No.
So we can use ba.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So-
tricky.
Yeah. That's why we're doing this exercise. Yeah. So if any of these questions, if the answer is no, then you can use but. If any of them are no, that all of them have to be yes for you to say you cannot use this sentence structure. Okay, good. At least you know to pay attention to next week's lesson when we do the tada conditional, which frees you up to use it in any way you like, except one way, which we'll do next week. Okay, let's do some sentence exercises then. So we'll start with Tom. But Tom, tell me if you've done this one before. If the weather is good tomorrow, where will you work? If the weather is good tomorrow, where will you work? And I'd like to ask Andre, please.
Andre-san, 家が良かったない良かった
Sorry, hang on a second. So, if the weather is good tomorrow.
天気
Yes.
天気が
Yeah.
天気が it's the adverb, so
Good.
よくなりましたなれば
Okay, that's that's good. If today was raining, then you'd be saying if the weather gets better tomorrow. This is fine. Good. Okay.
and then asked if Andre was going to work,
Yes. Where will you work?
どこで働きますか
Good. Yes. どこで働きますか? So your version, Tom, was 明日天気が良くなればどこで仕事をしますか? Good. Are you allowed to say this? 明日天気が so that's not an action verb. So that's fine. Yeah, you can say this. Okay. Hey, Andre-san, どうぞ。
明日いい天気であれば、オンタリオ港の中で働きます。
どこ?
Lake Ontario。
Ah, nice.
Okay. フィッシュネットをセットします。
お釣りに行くんですか?
はい。
Ooh, 頑張ってください. Okay, good. So the way Andre responded there, let me just write this out a second, guys, was いい天気であれば。でしょうね? Andre-san?
はい。
So this is fine. So you said オンタリオ港で仕事をします. Okay, so this is what Andre said. So this part here was became the conditional part of it. So if this was saying I tenki des and turning des into de areba. So the other way you can say this is tenki ga. So now we put tenki as weather as the subject of the topic. Yokareba. This is the other way you can say this. So both either of these are fine. Both of these mean the same thing.
Andy?
Yeah.
Could we replace on the first version, could we replace de areba with nara? So
Yes, we can.
like
Absolutely.
Nara?
Yes, we can, because tenki here, this is the thing that's just preceding it. This is a noun. So you can say nara. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I tenki nara. Doko de shigoto shimasu ka? Absolutely fine. Yeah. Good.
Andy? Ontario is the city and Ko is the lake? Or what is Ko?
Yes. Yeah. Ko is lake.
Ko is lake.
Yeah. If it's after a name, but the word for lake just by itself is ike. But when it's just like Fujisan, San doesn't mean Mr. It means yama, means mountain. So if you just say mountain, you say yama, but when it's put after the name of a mountain, it becomes Fuji-san. It goes to the Chinese reading. Yeah. Okay, cool. Andre, how would you say, as I have to go to Kyoto tomorrow by Shinkansen, how much will a ticket cost? Or how much will a ticket be? As I have to go to Kyoto tomorrow by Shinkansen, how much will a ticket cost?
新幹線で京都に行かなきゃ。
So keep it formal, keep it formal.
新幹線で京都に行かなければなりません。チケットはいくらですか?
Okay, good. So you said the first part, you said, I have to go to Kyoto tomorrow by Shinkansen. But remember this bit at the beginning, you're saying I have to, but it's because you have to that you're asking about the ticket. So how would you make this into the reason why you're asking? It's not as complicated as you might worry. It's a simple answer.
明日新幹線で京都に行きますから。
Oh, no. Ikanaka narimasen was good, but you said kara just now for ikimasu kara. You can put kara at the end of this as well to say because I have to go. Yeah.
新幹線で京都に行かなければなりませんですから。
Sorry, you don't need des kara, just kara.
Okay.
いいよ。
新幹線で京都に行かなければなりませんから、チケットはいくらですか?
Excellent, good. 明日、京都に新幹線で行かなければなりませんから、チケットはいくらですか? Excellent, good, yes. So all we've done is taken this phrase, I have to go to Kyoto by Shinkansen, and then put kara after it, and now it says because I have to go to Kyoto tomorrow, and then you can say the rest of the sentence, how much is a ticket? Is that clear, everybody? Okay, desu ka? Yosh. Simon, how would you say, right now I have to study, so could you please make some tea?
ただいま勉強しなければありません.
Good.
There was no because.
So right now, so there wasn't because, but there was so. It was right now I have to study. So could you make some tea, please? How would you communicate this?
Maybe a soft ga. It's more like
actually, pretty good. Yeah, you could actually. I'm right now to study, but could you make some tea, please? Yeah. Or you could actually fix you could use kara, but why not use kara? Can anybody remember why kara wouldn't be a good thing to use in this position? I mean, what's the word? Grammatically, kara would fit because I'm working right now. Could you make me some tea? But there's a reason why you may not use kara. Anybody remember? No. Okay.
Because it's not cause and effect, or?
Yeah, that's kind of a reason. The following part is a request. So by making it kara, it does make it very hard. Like, because I'm working, please make me a cup of tea. Whereas, yes, exactly. You can soften it by saying, as I'm studying, please make me a cup of tea, which is, as you said, Tom, node. You can just finish the beginning part with node. Hey, Simon, dozo.
勉強しなければなりませんので
Good, that's it.
Please make me some tea. Actually, I forgot what tea is called.
It's the same as it is in every part of the world except
Cha.
England. Cha, exactly.
Cha.
Yeah.
And to prepare, like that was...
Okay, so the easy way to remember this, guys, is when you're building something, if you're making something out of wood or metal, use these metal things that you... What's this called? Screw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skuru. Skuru.
Skuru.
Skuru is the infinitive.
Cha o tsukute kudasai.
Yeah, good. Cha o tsukutte kudasai.
Cha o tsukute kudasai.
Yeah. So you can either remember skuru is when you make something, or screwing is what you do when you make love. These are your two ways of remembering it. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Ima.
But it doesn't have that double meaning in Japanese, I guess.
Not really. No. Tadaima benkyou o shitemasu kara ocha o tsukutte kudasai. Good. Okay. Thanks, Simon. Manuel, how would you say? If you drive quickly, then it is dangerous. If you drive quickly, then it is dangerous.
Okay. 速い運転しめば
Okay, so not hayai, because this is just simply fast, but how would you make, what do you need to do with,
早く
yes, good, yeah, hayaku.
早く運転しめば
So not shimeba, but suru becomes...
sureba.
Sureba, yes, exactly, yeah.
What was the other part?
Then it is dangerous.
危ないです
Yeah, exactly, abunai desu. Simply this, abunai desu. Okay, guys, can you make this sentence? Are you allowed to make this sentence? So Kim says no. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Left or right hand? Okay, Manuel, what do you think?
Not really, right?
Well, let's see. So the statement was, if you drive quickly, then it is dangerous. Let's just have a look and see. Okay.
Are you you are not the subject in the second part, right?
Yeah. Well,
Not
yeah.
everything.
That's a good point. Maybe you're not. Maybe the car is dangerous. Maybe you are not dangerous yourself. Yeah. But even if you said, well, this is about you driving. So maybe that's the subject, you behind a wheel. If you do it fast, then you are dangerous. So let's assume that the answer to that was yes. Is the condition an action verb?
Yes.
Yep. Is the result a preference, prohibition, or hope?
It's more of a fact.
It is, exactly. You're right.
That's
It's a natural fact. It's dangerous if you drive quickly. So it's not saying I want to. I want it to be dangerous, or please don't drive. It's just saying it's dangerous if you drive. So the answer to that is no. So you can use the but. You can.
Right.
Good stuff. Well done. Okay. Thank you, Joel. How would you say? If you don't eat all your vegetables, then you won't grow up to be an adult. If you don't eat all your vegetables, then you won't grow up to be an adult. There's a Polish version of this. If you don't eat all your ham, then you won't grow up to be an adult.
It's with potatoes, man.
野菜を食べなければ
Good.
How do you say grow up?
So if you want to say become an adult, you can say, so the word for
Otona.
adult.
Otona.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can just say become an adult.
So 野菜を食べなければ
Good.
大人が
Otona.
大人を
So you're moving towards something. You're
大
becoming.
人に
Yeah.
なりません。
Saying exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yasai o tabe nakareba. If you don't eat vegetables, otona ni narimasen. Good. Well done, Joel. Kim, would you like from A to E? Would you like death or pretty easy?
Very, very pretty easy.
Okay. Because it's really enjoyable, we have to watch this movie. Because it's really enjoyable, we have to watch this movie.
Enjoyable.
Is tanoshii. Tanoshii.
Tanoshi.
Yeah.
Tanoshi. Tanoshi nakereba.
So
Something like-
no, all we're saying is at the beginning is because this movie is enjoyable. So how would you start with this?
Movie is
Eiga.
Eiga. Eigawa? Eigaga?
Eigaga. Good. Eigaga. is fine.
Eigaga?
Yep.
Eigaga. And then enjoyable.
Tanoshi. Tanoshi.
Eigaga tanoshina kereba.
Oh, no. There's no. You don't have
Just
the imperative yet.
tanoshi.
Yeah, tanoshi. And then you're saying because it is enjoyable. So how would you say because it is enjoyable?
No idea.
Tanoshi desu kara. Tanoshi desu kara. So tanoshi desu, it is enjoyable. And then kara is because. Tanoshi desu kara.
Desu kara.
Yes. Yeah.
Just like, you don't have to put any in. Yeah, okay.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
That's coming. That happens next. The next bit is
okay.
we have to watch it. We have to watch it.
Genki ga tanoshi.
Sorry, eiga.
Eiga.
Yep.
Eiga ga tanoshi desu kara.
Good. And then how would you say we have to watch? We must watch.
Miru.
Good. Excellent.
Miru. We have to.
Okay. So
Miranai something of me.
not. So that means we cannot watch. We're not able to watch. But let me just share something with you that I put on Facebook
We have to.
earlier this week. So this is your. If you have this printed out, then you can cheat on every single one of my lessons.
Emma, my printer is not working at the moment. So
Okay. Who has a printer? I mean, have this kind of secreted somewhere on a tablet.
send it over.
Yeah. This is this has the answers to almost everything we've done. So if you want to say we must do something, we go kinai. Sorry, minai, plain negative. Then the negative conditional becomes minakereba, and then you can add narimasen. It means we must. Becomes obligative. Hai, dozo.
Double negative, huh?
Yeah, well, that's your problem, not mine. We don't have them in this country. We had them all shot or exported to Saudi Arabia.
So, minna rakere no mira na.
So miru is a group 2. So this is just to make it into the negative, the plain negative. We chop off the ru and just put nai, minai.
Minai, okay.
Minai. Yeah, so it becomes
Minai.
minai, and then you've got to go down this path down here.
The I chop off.
Good.
Mina kereba narimasen.
Excellent. Okay, and now the whole sentence.
Okay. Eiga ga.
Good. Eiga ga.
Eiga ga tenki desu kara.
That means the film is the weather. Tanoshi. Tanoshi.
Tanoshi, sorry.
It's all right.
Eiga ga tanoshi desu kara. Min na kereba
Good.
narimasen.
Excellent. Okay, and now just the final point. I want you to say this film. This film.
Kono.
Good. Exactly.
Kono eiga ga. Damn it.
Tanoshi. That's great. Tanoshi.
Tanoshi. Kono eiga ga tanoshi desu kara.
Good.
Mina kereba narimasen.
Excellent. Kono eiga ga tanoshi desu kara minakereba narimasen. Excellent. Well done. Things like adjectives and verbs. So any kind of vocabulary where you've got lists and lists of adjectives and nouns and verbs. I mean, we can learn them. We can learn some of them here, but we don't really practice as much with as much variety as you need to, guys. And what you really should probably do is just print off a batch of, or write out a batch of say adjectives, most common adjectives that you use, like so big, small, long, short, wide, narrow, tall, short, and these sorts of things. And then just have them in your hand for one day, and every time you've got a spare moment, just go wide, hiroi, narrow, semi, and just do this. And if you can practice them in context, that's better. But I imagine you probably don't have that much opportunity to practice these in context. Sometimes it's just a case of having them printed out and reading them. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, Ken. Right, Łukasz, how would you say? I'd like you to ask Joseph, if you're not busy next Saturday, would you like to come to a party?
Hi. Joseph-san.
Hi.
Yes, it did sound suspicious, didn't it? Joseph-san? What? What do you want?
Well, next will be like Rai or something.
Well, it depends.
So
If it's actually going to be Saturday next week, then you'd say Raishu no doyobi. But if it's Saturday that's coming, then you should really say kondo no. Cheshanya. Kondo no.
This is Nina.
Oh, sorry. What? Yeah.
Hi.
Oh my God. Hey, Nina. When did she become an adult? Oh, before COVID. That's right. Kondo no doyobi. Kondo no doyobi.
Kondo.
Yeah, kondo means next time. Kondo.
Okay. Joseph-san, kondo no doyobi jikan ga. If you have time.
Yeah.
Arimasen ka?
That means don't you have time?
If arimasu ka?
Jikan ga ari. No, you need to say if you have time. So you need to convert
Conditional.
into conditional. Yeah.
Conditional. Okay. Aru is now is one.
Good. Yep.
One. Are nake.
No. If you do have time.
Areba.
Areba. Yes.
Areba.
Areba.
Areba. Then what was that? Would you come to the party?
Would you like to come to a party?
Party ni ikimasen ka?
Good. Yeah. Good. Perfect. One more time.
Okimasen ka?
If it's at your house, then kimasen ka?
So, at any party ikimasen ka?
Yes. Yeah.
Jesus. Joseph-san, kondo no doyobi ni?
Yep. Good.
Areba.
No, do you have time? If you have time.
Kondo no doyobi jikan doyobi ni jikan o.
It's
jikan ga.
Yes.
Sorry, yes. Jikan ga areba party ni ikimasen ka?
はい、いいですね。はい、ヨゼフさん、行きますか？忙しいですか？髪の毛を洗っていますか？ Are you washing your hair?
まあ、ちょっと。
ちょっと。Okay, so that means no. That means not with you. ちょっと. Not ちょっと.
Sorry, what was kondo?
Kondo means next one, next time. So if you want to say next Saturday, not Saturday next week necessarily, but next Saturday, the coming Saturday, it's kondo no doyobi. Kondo no doyobi. Good. Okay. Łukasz, dozo.
Just a stupid probably question, but next week Saturday and the next Saturday is usually the same. It's the same.
Not now. It's not. So this coming Saturday is not the same as next week Saturday. The only time that's true is on a Sunday.
So next. All right.
Are you sure you did physics at school?
We
That
had
depends on the
nothing
language.
to do on Saturdays in physics.
That's why I never say next or to mean this one or the one after. I don't use
Definitely no party.
Expect a lot of confusion in Sweden because the next Saturday means something different in English and in Swedish.
Ah, really? What does it mean?
Yeah.
See?
In Swedish, the next Saturday is always the one after the one coming next.
Ah.
Exactly, it's the same.
It doesn't matter whether it's in the same week or not.
Actually,
for us.
actually, this is the same in English as well. We would say this Saturday for the coming Saturday and next Saturday for the Saturday after that.
That is why I'm asking.
Yeah.
So, Raishu no Doyobi and Kondo no Doyobi is the same.
No.
No.
Raishu means next week.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Andy?
No, this is Donkey, Lukasz. Tom, dozo.
Just to be sure, we can also use isogashi kunai desu ka?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what Jock used this morning was, so if you're going to say isogashi kunai, which means if you're not busy, then how would you turn this into the conditional? And Tom, as you asked the question, you can.
Isogashi kunakereba?
Exactly. Isogashi kunakereba. Yes, exactly. Isogashi kunakereba. Yeah. Not naimasen.
Because
yeah. Just isogashi.
You can also just say hima.
Yeah, you can say hima nara or hima de areba. These are all absolutely fine. Yeah. Cool. Okay, Josef, how would you say? I have to work on Monday, but let's go to the cinema on Tuesday. I have to work on Monday, but let's go to the cinema on Tuesday.
月曜日に、仕事しなければなりませんが、水曜日に映画館へ行きましょ
う。Good. Yes. Yeah. Excellent. When you said suiyobi, you meant
I did.
You meant Wednesday, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just so that, because I said Tuesday, but if you would choose Wednesday, this is absolutely fine.
I wanted to say sorry.
That's fine.
Was it Tuesday?
It was Tuesday, but I don't mind these kind of mistakes. Just avoiding you don't think that suiyobi means Tuesday.
No, kayobi is Tuesday.
Yes, good. Okay. Right. We're going to save the favorite one to the end. So Aga. Now this is going to be a slightly challenging one, so we might step through it bit by bit. If I want to pass my next grading, I have to do even more training. If I want to pass my next grading, I have to do even more training. Good, that's the end of the sentence. But it's
that's
the first
what I know.
Okay, good. Right, well, that's a good start. Yeah, good. Okay. Motto keiko shinakereba narimasen. Good. 50% in the bag.
What was the first part?
If I want to pass my next grading. If I want to pass my... So just literally putting this into Japanese.
私の今度のgrading.
審査。
審査。How is passing?
So the word is, it's a noun, so you have to use suru, and the noun is gokaku. Gokaku.
Gokaku sureba?
Good, yeah, exactly. Although that means if I pass my next grading, then I have to train more. But how would you say if I want to pass my next grading?
Shitakereba.
Exactly, good. Way, well done.
From the beginning.
I'm going to write this out, Aga. So you're going to say it, and I'm going to just write it so that I can show people what you've said.
私の今度の審査を合格したければ、もっと稽古をしなければなりません。
しなければなりません。Really good, good. Okay, so just so everybody understands what's being said here. So, so kondo you can use aga, but actually for this case, I would use tsugi. Just to mean next, tsugi no shinsa. Watashi no tsugi no shinsa o gokaku. Now this part here, guys, when I highlight a bit of text, can you see it? Yeah, okay. So this is made up of, let's just see what this is. Oh, Jesus, this is crap. How can I convince that I want to edit it? This is made up of shitai, shitai, I want to. So gokaku shitai means I want to pass. I want to pass. Gokaku shitai, I want to pass. And then this bit here, this of course is a e adjective, shitai. So what Aga did was take off the e and put kereba, shitakereba, if I want to pass. Easy as that. Motto, even more, keiko o shinakereba narimasen. I have to train even more. Okay, however, so this was just a kind of a bit of a test, just to kind of change things into things. Just be aware that this is not how you would say the sentence, because this means if I want to pass, then I have to train more. It doesn't mean in order to pass, it just means if I want to pass. It's got nothing to do with the result of passing or not. So what we'd actually say in Japanese is, for the benefit of passing, I have to train more. That's what the sentence really means. In order for me to pass, I have to train more, and that uses a different kind of grammar, which we haven't done yet. We will do week after next. It's called no tame ni, and Michał uses this word all the time. Michał Szczepański uses it all the time, regardless as to whether or not it's the right thing to say. Not tameni. Yeah, but we'll do that in 2 weeks' time. Okay, good. Thanks, Aga. Well done. And then David, how would you say you must wear a seatbelt in a car? Oh, we'll do 2 versions of this actually. So first, you must wear a seatbelt in a car.
車の中でシートベルトを
So okay, so let's just quickly go over wearing. So to put something on the top like this is kiru.
着なければなりません.
Hang on, hang on. To pull something up like trousers or a hakama, this is haku. Sounds like hakama. Or socks or gloves. I'm not sure of actually. Maybe gloves also. And then for things that you tie around yourself, like belts or neckties or hangman's nooses, this is shimeru. Shimeru.
So sheet belt or is it shime nakereba?
Yes.
Narimasen.
Exactly, yes, good. Sheet belt o shime nakereba narimasen. So this was kuruma no naka de, because it's something happening within the car. Sheet belt o shime nakereba narimasen. And then David, how would you say when in a car, do you think? How would you say when in a car?
Natoki ni?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So can you say that, can you make that sentence?
Kuruma no naka no toki ni.
Exactly. Kuruma no naka no toki ni seatbelt
o shime nakereba narimasen.
Perfect. Kuruma no naka no toki ni seatbelt o shime nakereba narimasen. Good. Well done, David. Excellent. Guys, let's challenge ourselves now to do a little bit of a difficult one, shall we? Who wants to be my volunteer to help me do this? Kim, we have to finish before 10 o'clock this evening.
Andy, can I first ask a question about the notokuni?
Of course, yeah, sure.
Because we also use it for during. We use it for during practice.
Yes.
So what does it exactly mean, notokuni?
So notoki means at the time of. Notoki. Yeah. So that you can make a distinguishment between at the time of, which could be a pinpoint in time or within a duration, and a pure duration. So notoki means a moment when you're inside a car, for example. But if you want to say during, if you're indicating that something's going to take a period of time, and you're saying all of this time, you say no aida ni, no aida ni. It's the same aida as in mawai. It's the ma from mawai, which means interval.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, willing volunteer, anybody? Not Kim. Okay, so I'm going to pick Joseph. Okay, Joseph. Right, so here's the question. Well, here's the sentence. If you open this box, then you will be able to see what is inside it. If you open this box, then you will be able to see what is inside it. Okay, so let me just get the whiteboard up a second, Joseph, and then we can look at various ways in which to say this. How do I erase all this crap? Clear my drawing. There we go. Okay, so Joseph, do you want to start with what you think? If you open this box, then you'll be able to see what's inside it.
この箱を開ければ
Good. Good. So that's the condition. If you open this box, and now you will be able to see what is inside it. There's a couple of ways of doing this, Joseph. You can use a really easy way, or you can use a really challenging grammatical way.
Well,箱の中に It's the challenging way.
Yeah. Let me give you the easy way first, actually, Joseph.
Okay.
So what you can say in this case, guys, if your vocabulary saves you in this case, you can say, I can see the contents. I can see the contents. So the contents, there's two ways of saying this. There's nakami or nayo. So these both mean contents, but they're used slightly differently. So nakami means any physical, tangible object which is inside something else. That's the contents, nakami. So this has to be a real solid object, not just, yeah. Nayo can mean content, but it can refer to both a solid object, but it's usually used to mean something which is intangible, like information or a meaning or character. This is what nayo is a little bit more ephemeral. Yeah. So you could say, if you wanted to say, you will be able to see the contents, then how would you say this?
Nakami o yoku miemasu.
Yoku miemasu. Okay, good. You'll be able to see it well. So I'm just going to take yoku out because it's not necessary on this one. It's all right. It's okay. So nakami o yoku miemasu. Good. Okay. Now that's the easy way to do it, guys. But if you want to actually say, you will be able to see what is inside. So this part here. Go ahead, sure.
Could you say uchi o miemasu?
So this means you'll be able to see the inside, but it doesn't mean, it could just mean the inside face of the box, or it could mean the air that's inside the box. It doesn't literally refer to the contents. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, but if you wanted to just say you'll be able to see inside, I wouldn't use uchi, I would use naka, just naka. Yeah, slightly different usage. Yeah. So what I want us to learn, what I want us just to study briefly is going to be to take this phrase, what is inside? What is inside? So Joseph, do you want to have a go at doing that? What is inside? Or what has been put inside? What has been put inside?
入れたもの?
Oh, good. Okay, that's one way of saying it. Yeah, 入れたもの. So this means. Yeah, exactly. So this would be good. So 入れた, this is the past tense of 入れる, to put something in. ireta mono. This is exactly, you could exactly say this. This would be good. Ireta mono o miemasu. You could say this. Good. What else do you think you could say? Let me help. So you could say nani ga haitta ka. Sorry, nani ga haitta ka miemasu.
Sounds.
Yeah, sorry. I got confused with this morning as well. It's either nani ga haitta ka miemasu. I can't remember if there needs to be a cut in here. That's the problem. Nani ga haitta ka miemasu. Nani ga haitta. I'll need to come back to this, but I think what I said this morning was you could say this or miemasu. So this is putting this little sentence, something which has gone inside something. So this is haita. This is hairu, to mean to go inside something, to enter hairu, into the past tense. And then nani just means what. So what has been put inside, you will be able to see. Nani ga haitta o miemasu. Nani ga haitta o miemasu. So you can see I've put it in a box because this is, I didn't say nani ga hairimashita because I want to make it clear that this thing within the square brackets is like a black box. It's a sentence unto itself. So I'm indicating that it's in a black box by making it into the plain form. Nani ga haitta ka. Nani ga haitta o miemasu. Yeah. We don't need to memorize this perfectly now, guys. I just want to start to get us thinking about doing reported speech, which we're going to have to work on at some point, even though it's a pain in the ass. Okay, good. Anyway, that was the little challenge. So, hako o akereba, nani ga haitta ka, nani ga haitta ka, sorry, haitta ka omiemasu. And I don't even think you have that or, but I'll check and come back. Okay, I'll confirm this next week, guys. Cool. Right, let's have a little break from doing exercises for a sec, and let's look at, stop sharing. Let's look at something kind of fun. So you've all seen this. This is I posted this on Facebook earlier in the week. This is a roadmap. You can work out how to get to certain phrases and which way you have to go. So Kim, I want you to fix your printer and print this off and then stick it to the front of your face. Okay. Joel, did you have a question? I saw your hand going up. Okay. Right, next bit. We need to learn. Oh, sorry, Łukasz, dozo.
Can you please go back one slide, please?
Sure. Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
There is Kina Nakaraba. You wrote in a
mistake.
Yes.
This bit here.
Yes. No? Shouldn't be Nakareba.
Nakere. Ah, yeah, well done. Yes, good. Thank you. Good point. Kina nakere. Nakaraba.
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you. That's all right. Thank you. Cool. We need to learn the days of the month, guys. So there's not a particularly easy way of doing this except for saying it and singing it and then practicing it. But one thing that you can use to help you to reduce the volume of things you have to remember is that if you take the third, mika, and you multiply it by 2, so it goes from third to the 6th, this sounds very similar. It goes from mika to muika. And a similar thing happens with another 4th, yoka, multiplied by 2, gives you yorka. Yoka, yorka. So these are things we have to remember. Of course, when we get past 10, we then get juichi nichi, juni nichi, jusan nichi. This is easy. But when we get to the 14th and the 24th, we have to say juyoka for 14 and ni juyoka for 24. And also remembering that the 20th is hatsuka. Hatsuka. Okay, so, but we're going to practice these together now because I think that singing and shouting and doing things is a good way of remembering how to do stuff. Right, so if you can unmute yourselves, please, guys. We will be singing these next week, actually. Piotr found a song for us to sing. So we're going to do it now. I know. Well, he is Polish. What do you expect? Okay, so we'll say it for now. Okay, hej dozo.
Suitachi.
Futsuka. Mika. Yoka. Itsuka. Muika. Nanoka. Yoka. Kokonoka. Toka. And 14.
Juyoka.
And 20th.
Hatsuka.
And 24th.
Nijuyoka.
34th.
Sanjuyoka.
Good luck.
Okay, one more time, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Suitachi. Futsuka. Mika. Yoka. Itsuka. Muika.
Nanoka.
Yoka. Kokonoka. Toka. 14th.
Juyoka.
20th.
Hatsuka.
And 24th.
Hatsuka.
Hatsuka. Yes. Cool. Good. Okay. Now, you've all remembered the days of the week, haven't you? Getsuyobi, Kayobi, Suiyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi, Toyobi, Nishobi. No? Okay. And you know how to say day. You know how to say the month, don't you?
Gatsu.
Gatsu.
Gatsu. Exactly. So Ichigatsu, Nigatsu, Sangatsu. And you know how to say the year, Kim?
Nen. Oh.
Yeah, good. Yeah, nen. And then how do you actually express the numbers? We have to do it the hard way. We have to say 1,974 for 1974. Yeah. So let's do a little bit of exercising, shall we? Tom. Kotoshi wa nannen desu ka? Kotoshi wa nannen desu ka?
What is this year?
Yes.
2000 is 2000. Hatsuka.
No, it's
no, I can't do that. Niju.
Niju, and then finish with nen.
Nen. Niju nen.
Good. Okay, guys, can you just all mute yourselves a second? Thank you. Okay. And then, should we have this slide here or not? Let's leave it there for a second. Let's see. Let me just do this so I can see everybody. Sorry, guys, give me a second. It's just that this is a pain in the ass to try and resize. There we go. Okay, Andre, how would you say? Actually, 今日は何日何曜日ですか? Andre-san?
今日は1日火曜日です。
はい、そうですね。で、when somebody says 何日, usually you say the month as well. It just means what date is it? Yeah. はい、どうぞ。
今日は、令和2年9月1日火曜日です。
はい、そうですね。9月1日火曜日です。Good. Simon. 明日は何日何曜日ですか?
明日は、what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday, right?
It is, yes.
水曜日、
2
日9月2000
you don't need the year. Sorry.
です。
Yeah, so usually for the date, you don't need to include the year as well. Unless that's a bit of vital information. So in Japanese, though, usually you start with the biggest denominator first for the dates and then the smaller. So you'd start with the month, then the day of the month, and then the day of the week.
明日は9月2日水曜日です。
Perfect, yes.
And you don't need any
yeah, you can actually. You can join these
in between, like
yeah.
Joiner.
So you can either leave it out or you can say you can use what we would do in English would be this, say the 3rd of July. So you use no, 9月の2日. And then yobi would be separate though. So 9月の2日, suiyobi desu. Hai. Good. Okay, thank you, Manuel. あさっては何月何日ですか？何月何日ですか？
The day after tomorrow?
はい、そうですね。あさって。あさって。
Okay. 9月の3日です。木曜日。
はい。
木曜日です。
そうですね。Good. Excellent. Joao. 今週の最後の平日は何月何日ですか？
This week?
最後の平日。
最後の?
So you know 最後の, do you?
No.
This means the last. The last.
So the
最後の.
最後の and then?
平日. 平日. Do you remember this? It's this one just ちょっと待って. No, where is it?
When's the last day of the week?
Yeah, of the working week, correct. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
9月 so
it'll be the 4th.
It's the 4th.
Yes, right, exactly.
4日、9月4日、金曜日です。
はい、そうですね。Good. Excellent. Well done. Let's see. Kim. 今週末の土曜日は何日ですか？何月何日ですか？今週末の土曜日。はい。
土曜日 is Saturday.
Yes, exactly.
土曜日 土曜日 no. And then the 5th, it's 5日
5日 yes.
5日土曜日は5日です。
はい、そうですね。何月ですか？何月何月何月何月何月
yeah. Do I put first 土曜日?
So 土曜日は
土曜日は
and then the month and then the day.
9月
はい。
5日ですか？です。
5日です。
5日です。
5日です。Excellent. Good. Good. Okay. Łukasz. 来週の月曜日は何月何日ですか？
来週の月曜日は9月の7日です。
はい、そうですね。はい、good. ヨセフさん、今週末の日曜日は何日ですか？
今週末の日曜日は、9月の6日です。
はい、そうですね。ピンポン。赤さん、来週の火曜日は何日ですか？来週の火曜日。
9月の4日です。
はい、8日ですね。はい、good, good, good. デイビッドさん、来週の水曜日は何日ですか？
曜日は 9月の9日。
はい、そうですね。Yosh. Good, good, good. Okay, guys. What I'd like you to do just for 30 seconds is to work out what your date of birth is. So this is called your Seinengappi. Seinengappi. I'd like you to work it out, and then I'm going to ask you to say it back. And when you do, I'll stop the video because we shouldn't be sharing that kind of information on YouTube. Hey. Dozo. If you don't know your date of birth, tell me, and I'll look on the EKF registry. Ina-san, 大丈夫ですか? いいですか? Kim, you look panicky. Okay, let's start with Tom, and then if you haven't done it yet, you can catch up. Tom-san, 生年月日はいつですか?
私の誕生日は2月の 23.
Sorry, Tom, start with the, so it's date of birth, so start year, month, day.
I forgot the year. 1980
はい
の2月の23。
あ、はい。ありがとうございます。はい、アンドレさん、生年月日はいつですか?
By the way, you're still recording.
Oh shit, sorry. Thank you. So, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Right, I think that's enough practice of days of the month. Let's go back to doing some more exercises for the last 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, then we'll have a Q&A at the end. Okay, let's go back to, let's work in reverse order. David, next Monday, I have to meet Henry in front of the dojo at 9 a.m. So next Monday, Henry, front of dojo, 9 a.m. have to meet.
今度の月曜日。
はい。His name's Henry.
Not enough coffee. 9時に、ヘンリーさんを道場の前で
Good.
It's not Areba, it's Ayaba.
So that's if I meet, but I have to meet would be. That's if I could not meet. But just if you turn ao into the negative, what do you get? Negative plane.
Awa.
Good, exactly.
Awa nakereba narimasen.
Excellent, well done. 今度の月曜日、ヘンリーさんを道場の前に9時に会わなければなりません。Good, well done, David. Aga-san, by the way, I'm not selecting these sentences intentionally for each individual person. If I don't eat less food, then I won't lose weight. If I don't eat less food, then I won't lose weight. So actually, this is also a slightly difficult one because we haven't learned this meaning for less. So what you'd say is, if I only eat, if I don't only eat a small amount of food, then I won't lose weight. 難しいね. Okay, let's step through it. Oh, go ahead.
食べ物だけ。
食べ物だけ. If I only eat food instead of eating ducks.
Can you repeat one more time?
Sure. Let me repeat it in such a way that you have some chance of translating it. If I don't eat a small amount of food only, then I won't lose weight. So what would be a little amount, a small amount, or few? Do you remember? Not chisai, but
Skoshi.
Skoshi, yes. And then only? Do you remember the word only?
I remember.
Dake.
So it was dake. I said it.
You just say. Skoshi dake. And then if I don't eat.
Skoshi dake tabenakareba.
Good, exactly. I won't lose weight. So there's actually a verb for losing weight. Do you remember what it is?
I don't remember.
Okay, so to get thin or to lose weight, the verb is yaseru. Yaseru, meaning it's a group 2 verb, of course. Yaseru.
Yasemasen.
Exactly, good. Okay, can you do the whole sentence one more time, please?
Skoshi dake tabenakereba yasemasen.
Excellent. Skoshi dake tabenakereba yasemasen. Guys, I'm just going to introduce you to another little bit of, it's a kind of grammar rule. Oops, that's not the one. But it's also kind of vocabulary as well. Give me a second. So let me just move this across. I must say, I do like this whiteboard thing. It's very, very handy. So what Aga said was skoshi dake. So skoshi means a little bit. Dake tabe nakareba. Okay, that's what Aga said. Agreed? Nakereba. Guys, can you unmute yourselves a second, guys, so I can just so you can ask questions because I can't see you at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what Aga said, right? Skoshi dake tabe nakareba. This dake means only. But this, I've just simplified the sentence to say, I will only eat a little bit. Skoshi dake tabenai. Skoshi dake tabenai. Now, when you're saying this, if this verb here is a negative, you don't use dake. You only use dake if it's in the positive. You say ga tabenai. So this shika means nothing more than. Nothing more than. So dake means only, but it means in a positive sense. Shika means no more than. So if I don't eat no more than a little bit, then I won't lose weight. So if this is a negative verb here, this must be shika. If this is a positive verb here, then you can say dake. 大丈夫ですか、皆さん?
はい。
It's the same as with the e and yoi.
No, well, they kind of mean different things. So e and yoi do mean just the same thing.
But you can use the one for something and the other one.
Yeah, yes, yeah. So actually, it's the usage. It's the meaning actually here. If you want to, yeah, if you just say, I'll just make this clear. This would be correct if you said skoshi dake tabemasu, and this would be correct if you say skoshi shika tabemasen. Yeah. So this is how we differentiate them. Great.
Was there a difference in meaning between the two?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one is looking from above and one's looking from below, really. So one's starting from like 0 and saying, if I eat this much, something, and then the other one is kind of looking from above and saying, if I don't eat more
that
than
little.
Yes, yeah. So in English we would say, if I don't eat any more than. Yeah. So, and we should use this shika something when we talk about our own abilities. So if you wanted to say, I only speak English, if you said that in Japanese, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? But if I wanted to say that, then I wouldn't say eigo dake hanasemasu. I should make it more humble by saying I don't speak anything except English. So I would say eigo shika hanasemasen. Eigo shika hanasemasen. Yeah.
Right, thanks.
Cool. Good. Thanks, Saga. Next one. Next one is Joseph. Joseph, how would you say? Okay, we've got a row of sushi in front of us, a selection of sushi of different types, but no whale and no gorilla. So you don't get Godzilla. And then how would you ask, which of these sushi would you like to eat the most? And you can ask Łukasz, which of these sushi would you like to eat the most?
Łukasz-san. Sushi wa dochira ichiban tabetai desu ka?
Dochira ga ichiban tabetai desu ka? Yes, yeah. Dochira ga. Good.
Zenbu onegai itashimasu.
Right, good. All of it. Okay. So Joseph, as Łukasz is a friend and not a teacher. Well, he's a teacher, but he's not your teacher. And he's a close companion of yours. How would you make that sentence a little bit less formal? So instead of dochira, you could use which?
Dono.
Not dono. This would be dono sushi. Yeah.
Dore.
Yes.
Dore.
Dore. Dore ga ichiban tabetai desu ka? Dore ga ichiban tabetai desu ka? Good. Okay. Excellent. Łukasz. Hi. How would you say I can speak Japanese, or I can speak in Japanese, but I cannot read a Japanese newspaper?
Nihongo o speak
is hanasu.
Hanasu.
Yeah.
Is it the talk between? Is that talk to?
Yeah, but it's speak. So you can use it to mean either converse with somebody or just for you to speak. Different to say, which is you.
You say. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So speak. So hanasu.
Yes,
okay.
Hanasu. Yeah.
Nihongo or what was it?
I can speak Japanese.
I can.
Machigai shite mo ii desu yo.
Hanashimasu.
So this is
that's I speak.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you have to turn this into the potential form. It's actually on the roadmap if you want to use that.
Yeah, I have to find the roadmap first. I need the roadmap to my roadmap.
Chotomate. Hai dozo.
Kore desu.
Koku ni arimasu. Koko da.
Hanase. Hanaseru?
Yeah, well, this is grammatically correct, but how would you put this into the polite sentence?
Hanasemasu.
Yeah, exactly. Hanasemasu. Nihongo, what would be the particle? Not or, because Nihongo, it's the potential.
Because potential ga.
Yeah. Yes, Nihongo ga.
Nihongo ga hanasemasu.
But I can't read a Japanese newspaper.
Ga again?
Yep.
Ga. Nihon no.
Newspaper is shinbun.
Shinbun. Nihon no shinbun. Again, ga.
Good.
Cannot speak.
Read. Cannot read.
I cannot read. Yomemasen.
Perfect. Exactly. Good. Can you say the whole sentence one more time, please?
Nihongo ga hanasemasu ga Nihon no shinbun ga yomemasen desu. No desu.
No desu. Good. Yes, yomemasen.
Yomemasen.
Good. Cool. Wonderful. Kim, how would you say? Please don't eat durian inside the aircraft. Do you know what durian is?
No.
Durian is the smelliest fruit in Asia. You buy it in Southeast Asia, like Vietnam and Thailand, and it smells of old socks. It tastes really nice, but it smells like, you know, really bad French cheese. And you're not allowed to bring it into hotel rooms in Southeast Asia because it smells, the whole hotel will smell of it. Yeah.
And what about aircrafts? You're allowed to?
You definitely cannot unless it's sealed, unless it's industrially sealed inside a steel box with bricks around it.
Inside this plane or
inside any plane, So you can just say inside an airplane.
Inside an airplane. How do you translate that one?
Okay, so airplane, we'll do it the long way first, then we'll do it the short way. The long way is, so the word for airplane is hikoki. Hikoki. And then, do you remember how to say inside of, like inside of the car?
No, I don't remember anymore.
Okay,
something.
So go ahead. Have a try. Just guess. If you make a mistake, it's not a problem.
Made? No.
Nearly. Naka. So it'll be hikoki no naka. Inside of the airplane.
Hikoki ni naka.
Oh, sorry, hikoki no naka. So it's inside of airplane. Hikoki no naka.
Hikoki no naka.
Okay.
Hikoki no naka.
Now the location particle, what would it be, do you think? What particle are you going to use to mark the location?
And then you use ni.
No. So there's a verb.
I know that's to go to.
Yeah, exactly. So that's for intransitive verbs. But for transitive verbs like taberu, it would be. It's not taberu. It's not the problem. It's not a problem of being taberu, but it's a verb where you're doing something. It's an action verb. So what would be the location marker in that case? To say at.
De.
Exactly. Good. De. Yes. De. Good.
So hikoki no naka. De.
Good. De. Don't eat. Please don't eat durian.
Durian o.
Good. Please don't eat.
Durian o. Please don't eat. Tabete.
No. So this is please eat. How do you say please don't eat?
Tabe. Tabenai.
Good. Tabenai. And then.
Yes.
Nearly.
No.
Hang on a second. Let me just help you. It's just over here. So start with this plain negative of the verb, and then to make it a negative request, tabenai de, and then please. Then you say kudasai. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So whole sentence one more time, please.
Hikoki no naka de durian o tabenai de kudasai.
Perfect. Hikoki no naka de durian o tabenai de kudasai. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, I got Nidan. Okay, so there is for tourism purposes, if you happen to go to Japan, they don't often say things like hikoki no naka de or bus no naka de or densha no naka de. They use the character for for the case of airplanes, it's the last character is machine, which is ki, and then the word for no naka. So naka can be shortened, it can be read a different way, which is nai. So hikoki no naka is turned into kinai de, kinai. For buses and trains, so the word kuruma, which means car, if you read this in Chinese, this is sha. And we use the same sha in the word for train, which is densha, electric car, densha. So this is the machine, sha, and then we say shanai de.
And this means inside of Densha, inside of car.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Inside the train.
Shanai.
Yeah. Shanai de tobacco or suanai de kudasai. This is often broadcast.
But hikoki stays hikoki.
No, so hikoki disappears and is just replaced with hikoki no naka is replaced with kinai.
Oh,
so the whole thing gets erased. Kinai de.
Oh.
So that sentence would become kinai de durian o tabenai de kudasai. Bakamono. You have to call him an idiot because nobody in their right mind would eat durian inside an aircraft. Good. Well done, Kim. That was good. Okay, let's quickly zoom on. Joel, how would you say? I need to talk to my manager on the phone. So, what are you doing right now? I need to talk to I have to talk to my manager on the phone. So, what are you doing right now?
What do you say, manager?
Joshi.
And to talk on the phone is hanasu. Can you say hanasu?
Well, denwa, the wa is the character for hanasu. So you could just say denwa suru, which means a telephone conversation.
So Koshi is the manager.
Joshi. Yeah.
Joshi denwa shinakereba narimasen. What was the rest of the sentence?
So what are you doing right now?
So Joshi dewa shinakereba narimasen. Ima nan tsukurimasu ka?
That means what do you make? What will you make? So nan
tsukaimasu ka?
That's use. What are you doing? So what's to do?
Nani shimasu ka?
That means what will that's now the correct verb, but what are you doing?
Nani shiteimasu ka?
Yes, nani o shiteimasu. Good. Okay, good. Whole sentence again. Slowly though.
Joshi o dewa.
Sorry, it's denwa.
Joshi o denwa shinakereba narimasen. Nani o shiteimasu ka?
Good. So after you said denwa o shinakereba narimasen, there's now, so in English I said so, what are you doing right now? But what could you use here as a particle to kind of just like make it a comma or something? So, yeah, exactly. Just ga. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So one more time, please, Yuma.
Joshi o denwa shinakereba narimasen ga nani o shiteimasu ka?
Perfect. Joshi o denwa shinakereba narimasen ga ima nani o shiteimasu ka? Excellent. Well done, Joel. Guys, you okay to carry on for 12 minutes? Just to get to the end of it so everybody gets a chance to do an extra one. Manuel, if it rains tomorrow, please don't go to the festival in the shrine. I think you did this one, didn't you?
No, I haven't.
Okay. If it rains tomorrow, then please don't go to the festival in the shrine.
Ame is rain, but
yep.
But it's also a verb, or
no. So it would be the verb is furu.
Ame furu.
Yes. Okay. Ame ga furu.
So if it rains tomorrow.
Yep, that's it.
明日は、雨降れば雨が降れば
Good, yep.
And the rest of the sentence?
Please don't go to the festival in the shrine.
Festival, Matsuri?
Matsuri, yes, good. Matsuri.
And shrine, is it Jinja?
Jinja, exactly.
Jinja,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, festival in the shrine. Jinja no Matsuri.
Good.
Okay. Jinja no Matsuri ni
Please don't go.
行けないでください.
Excellent. 行かないでください. Good. Do you want to do the whole sentence one more time, Manuel?
Okay. 明日は、雨が降れば、神社の祭りに、
Please don't go.
行けないでください.
行かない.
行かないでください.
Excellent. Good. 明日雨が降れば神社の祭りに行かないでください. So this was what you said, Jinja no Matsuri. This means the festival of the shrine, which is fine because if there is a festival in a shrine, it's almost certainly going to be the festival of the shrine. But say, for example, there was a religious festival and it was held inside a shopping center. So this isn't the shopping center's festival, it's just a festival held in. So in that case, what you could do is you could say, for example, let's talk about shrine for now. We could say Jinja no Naka no Matsuri. So this means the festival which is inside the shrine. Jinja no Naka no Matsuri.
Right.
Or Jinja no Naka ni aru Matsuri. So this is using aru to exist as a modifier for the Matsuri. But that's quite complicated for 8:40 on a Tuesday night. So, but what you said was good. Thank you. Well done. Simon, how would you say, if you are feeling ill, then please don't go to the company?
Genki kunai desu.
So genki is a noun there.
Genki kunakereba.
So that's still using it as an e adjective. So you have to use it as a noun.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, sorry. How do you make the negative? But then you just say genki de areba. Genki de.
So, but it's the negative. So
yeah.
But what you can say for this, because genki is a noun, you can use aru as the verb that you use with it. Because genki doesn't mean healthy, it means health. It's a noun in itself. So if you have no health, if you don't have health.
How do you make the play negative?
Of aru?
Of aru.
Yeah, it's nai. Just simply nai.
Nai. Then it's nareba. The naeba.
So treat not. You can treat nai as an e adjective when making the conditional.
Nakureba.
Exactly, nakareba. Genki ga nakareba.
Genki ga nakereba.
Please don't go to the company.
Company. I should know this one.
That's okay. It's kaisha.
Kaisha, right. Kaisha ni ikanai de kudasai.
Good. And the whole sentence again, please.
Genki nareba.
Sorry, if you don't have.
Genki ga na.
It's okay, don't worry.
But I thought it was the negative. Genki ga na eba.
So nai, it means there is none, and then treat nai as an e adjective.
Yeah, right, sorry. Genki ga nakureba.
Nakereba, yeah.
Nakereba. Kaisha ni ikinai de kudasai.
Yeah,
ikanai de kudasai.
Yes. Kim, dozo.
That first part, there is one word, genki nakereba.
So genki is one word, which means vigorousness or health.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you say genki desu ka, it means are you healthful or healthy. And then genki ga, so that was simply the particle to mark genki as being the thing. And then nai, genki ga nai means I don't have any health. But nakereba means if you don't have health, you don't have it. Genki ga nakereba.
So it's a noun, a ga.
Yep.
And then nereba.
Nai. Genki ga nai. And then nai becomes nai. You can treat as an e adjective. So to make it into the conditional, you take off the e and put kereba, nakereba. Yeah. Okay, good. Andre, how would you? David Zandazor?
Oh, sorry. Is that why this one works in the ba form conditional? Because it's if you translate that to English, feeling is an action verb, but in Japanese, it's is there any health?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's basically a noun, and you're saying you can treat it. You can either say genki des or genki arimasu. These mean the same thing. Genki des means I am health, and genki ga arimasu means I have health. And they, in this sentence we just did in Japanese, it means the same thing. So you could say genki dewa nakereba. Kaisha ni ikanai de kudasai. This can also be said. Or genki ga nakereba, kaisha ni ikanai de kudasai. These both mean the same thing. Yeah. Cool. Good. Andre, if it is clear tomorrow, shall we go to the park over there? If it is clear tomorrow, shall we go to the park over there?
明日いい天気であれば、そこの公園に行きませんか?
Good, yeah. So do you know the word for clear, as in blue
clear.
sky? Yeah. As a weather condition. Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. So hareru means to clear. Hareru. Yeah, and if you just say hare instead of hareru, it turns it into the adjective meaning clear sky. Hare. Ashita wa hare desu means tomorrow will be clear. Not raining, not cloudy. Yeah. Good. Okay. Last one. Joseph Dozo.
Is it harena as an adjective?
Harena. I've never heard it used that way. It's normally just used as hare des, or it's actually a verb, hareru. So it's just become shortened into hare to mean a weather condition.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom. Why can't you speak Spanish? That wasn't a question to you personally. It was
why? Oh, I forgot. Why? None. Spanish? Spain?
So in Japanese, you would say Spaingo. Spaingo. Because the Spanish aren't allowed to name their language themselves. They have to listen to English people explaining it to them.
Okay. Spaingo. Can you hanasemasu? Ka, maar niet een interrogative.
So it was, why can't you speak Spanish? Why?
Yeah, so why? I forgot the why. Why?
Doshite.
Doshite. I forgot Spain. Yeah, Spaingo. Spaingo. Hanasemasu ka?
Why can't you speak? Why can't you speak?
Hanasemasen ka?
Yes, good. Yeah. Doshite Spaingo ga hanasemasen ka? Good. Okay. Well done, guys. Guys, just before we finish, I just want to quickly relate to you a very short conversation I had with Patrick this morning from Canada. He was asking about memory retention in relation to these classes. And he asked whether it was a good thing to have his notes in front of him and to have all the kind of solutions in front of him, if that was the best thing for this style of learning. And the two conclusions, I'll give you a summary of it, was if you really need them, if you don't know the answer, then a quick look isn't a bad idea. But I can also give you a hint rather than looking through lots of paper trying to find the answer. But having it there all the time and constantly referring to it is probably not the best way to learn, because you're not challenging yourself to create the right memory structure yourself. It's better to try and visualize it in your head. The second part of that answer is, it's fine to make mistakes. If you really don't know, you can either have a quick look or you can guess. Because if you make a mistake and then I correct you, you will remember the correction as well. It will reinforce the memory. So by all means, guys, don't feel bad about making mistakes. Even if I go, or tut or something, it's fine to make mistakes. It's really a good thing to make mistakes. And when one person makes a mistake and other people hear it being corrected, this also forms part of the memory. So by all means, have a guess if you're not sure. But I wouldn't keep all of your notes sprayed out in front of you at these classes, unless you really need to have a really quick glance to say, it's this. That will be fine. Okay, 質問か問題がありますか? はい、ルカさんどうぞ。
If the negative plane form from aru is nai, is there something like negative plane form from iru?
Iru.
Inai.
Inai. Yeah.
Inai. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can't use the imperative, the please do or please don't do, with aru, because you can't say to a thing please exist.
Sure.
But you can say to a person please be there. So you could say tomorrow please be at the station at 9 o'clock. So ashita eki ni kuji ni ite kudasai. Iru ite kudasai. Or you can say please don't be at the dojo at 9 o'clock. Inaide kudasai. Please don't be there. Inaide kudasai. Yeah.
Did we do it in the past?
No.
Okay.
We didn't know.
So this aru and nai is something that I was somehow, sorry.
No, so I didn't teach it. I just brushed over it in hopes that you would absorb it by osmosis and
Sneaked
it in.
I sneaked it in, yeah. But now by sneaking it in, rather than sort of teaching it formally, you'll probably remember it better than
probably, yes, because I started to think and look up in internet now, and there's a whole page about this.
Good. Worth reading, I expect.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Joel, dozo?
In the exercise that you ask, if tomorrow is raining, could you just say it without using the verb for raining, like ashita amenara?
Yeah, exactly. You can say this exactly. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm used to listening to it's raining, so amedes.
Yeah.
So you can just use like
the existence position.
Rain.
Yeah, exactly. You can say this, and it's funny that somebody asked this exact question this morning.
Okay.
Yeah. You can say amenara or ame de areba. Both are fine. Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
Any other questions or problems, guys? Can I help you with any tax returns or people you want killed? No? Okay, good. じゃあ、ありがとうございました。またよろしく。ティアバオ。じゃあね。またね。